You might have noticed it on this channel. I haven't been reporting like I used to on the actual job losses we're seeing in Germany, from Mercedes-Benz to Volkswagen Group, Audi, Porsche, all of them firing huge numbers of staff, and their businesses are shrinking. They're losing money. You all know this. Everyone's reporting on this. But some of the reasons why are not so clear. And I think that is actually maybe the more interesting story here. Germany invented the car. Now Germany can't afford to build one. And we're seeing new rules come in place. The German government is trying to save its own economy by stopping this whole electronic sick leave thing, which has meant it's resulted in Germans taking more sick leave than I think any other country in the world. Mercedes-Benz, the company that literally created the automobile, has just made its Hungarian factory its biggest production site in all of Europe. And the numbers behind that decision tell you everything about why Germany's auto industry is in serious trouble. Here's the argument Mercedes-Benz is making. It's brutally simple. Building a car in Hungary costs 70% less than building the same car in Germany. Not 7%, 70%. According to Eurostat, industrial labor in Germany costs 50 euros an hour. That's like what? 90 Australian dollars an hour, or around 57 US dollars. In Hungary, it's 15 euros an hour, or around 17 US dollars an hour. So for every hour a German worker is on the line, Mercedes-Benz could pay 3 Hungarian workers and still have change left over. And it gets worse for Germany because Hungarian workers put in more hours too. They work 40-hour weeks with fewer public holidays and take less sick leave, a lot less, while German auto workers have been on 35-hour weeks since the mid-1990s. So Mercedes, they've done the maths and they are voting with their money. Or maybe they're voting to save the business. The Kecskemét plant in Hungary has just doubled its capacity to 400,000 vehicles a year. That makes it Mercedes-Benz's largest factory in Europe and second only to Beijing globally. So now, Mercedes-Benz's 2 biggest factories in the world. Number 1 is in China, the second is in Hungary. You can see what's happening. Think about that. On the Electric Viking website, I'll put a link in the description below. We have more articles about electric cars and battery technology than any other website that I'm aware of in the world. So check that out. Link is in the description. And there you'll find our videos and analysis and articles about everything going on in the EV world. The 2 biggest Mercedes plants in the world are not in Germany. The site employs around 5,000 people and is hiring another 3,000 right now, whilst Mercedes is firing staff in Germany. And here's the part that should really worry German workers. Hungary isn't just getting the cheap entry-level stuff anymore. The C-Class is being assembled there. The GLB is built there. The upcoming compact G-Class will be made exclusively in Hungary, and the GLC, which is Mercedes' best-selling model line in the world, is planned for that factory as well. The crown jewels are leaving. Meanwhile, back in Germany, around 18,000 Mercedes workers recently protested about the company tightening its cost-cutting plans. Management wants labor costs down. Management's freaking out that Mercedes-Benz is in big trouble. Special payments are being reviewed, and more output from employees for the same money is being basically demanded. What's happened in Germany is Mercedes is saying to its German workers, you've got to work more hours for the same money. It's that simple. So German workers are being asked to work longer without earning more while watching their models get shipped off to Hungary. Mercedes' production chief, Michael Schieb, insists this isn't Hungary versus Germany and claims the expansion actually helps secure German jobs. I don't know about that. You can decide for yourself how convincing that is. Mercedes is not alone. Volkswagen has already moved Passat production to Slovakia, and European Golf production is heading to Mexico in 2027. European Golf production is heading to Mexico. That's not exactly close to Europe. And remember, all cars that are imported to Europe, all of them, doesn't matter who owns them, they all have to pay a minimum 10% import tariff. So basically, Volkswagen Group are saying it's cheaper for us to make the cars in Mexico, pay the 10% import tariff, and pay to ship these cars halfway across the world. That's crazy. The most German car there is, built in Mexico, and this is a pattern. It's not a one-off. Now, there is one company betting the other way, and it's Porsche. Despite its well-documented problems with profits, sales, and collapsing relevance in China and globally, Porsche is considering moving Cayenne production from Slovakia back to Germany, where the Macan is already built. New boss Mike Michael Leaders believes German manufacturing is central to what Porsche buyers are paying for. His words, "We must reinvent made in Germany and prove ourselves, and that will determine whether Porsche succeeds. But that comes with a big catch. Bringing the Cayenne home depends on German workers accepting lower pay, and Porsche still plan on cutting up to 30% of their workforce by 2035. That's a lot. Here's the real question, and it's one the German industry doesn't want to answer. With profits failing, or falling, I should say, and Chinese automakers getting more competitive every single quarter, how much is made in Germany actually worth? Because right now, Mercedes is telling you with its actions that the answer is maybe nothing, and definitely not 70% more. The badge still says Stuttgart, but the car increasingly says Hungary or Beijing or Mexico. Germany's auto industry isn't collapsing because Germans forgot how to build cars. It's actually collapsing because building them in Germany has become a luxury the German car makers themselves are no longer able to pay for. And if Mercedes won't pay for made in Germany, why would anyone else? Let me know what you think in the comments, because this is a pretty fascinating scenario here where I don't see a way back for Germany. Do you? Thanks for watching. Need expert advice on what car to buy, what solar system to get, what home battery to get, or potentially for your business? You can get, guys, a one-on-one consultation directly with me, 60 minutes of tailored guidance. This might help you avoid making a huge mistake spending money when you shouldn't, or potentially save you a massive amount of money. Click the link in the description below because I can assist you, and why not? The link is in the description. Thinking about getting solar, a home battery, or an EV charger? Check out Australia's best free comparison tool, because it could save you a lot of money. Guys, click on the link below in the description and you can see how much you can save. Alternatively, give Resync a call. They are the guys who installed my battery and my home solar. I'll put a link to them as well in the description.